So thank you very much for joining us. This is how many road shows have you done already?
I think this is the 36th road show.
36 plus rallies.
Plus about 70, more than 70 rallies. So in the urban area, to contact the people, this is the best method. Because the shopkeepers, they don't come to the rallies. And the customers are there in the market. So thousands of people who are there in the market area, they don't come to the rallies. So through it is a voter contact program. We go into the by lanes, in the lanes, और लोगों के घरों के बगल से निकल के जाते हैं. So it is not the voters they are coming. We are going at the doorstep of the voters. So this is the most effective method of contacting the people.
36 been a long.
But sir, this is one of the most long-rolling campaign schedule. So do you think that it was avoidable?
Yes, because we had suggested that in Bihar it should be 4-phase elections. But it is for the election commission to decide. Because I remember when I fought election 2004, the counting was on 13th of May. And this time another 10 days have been extended. And Nitish ji was telling me only 2 days back that after this election we will suggest the election commission and we will try to make a consensus among the political parties that the election should held either before March, April or after September.
Sir, congratulations. Winter elections.
but still I must thank the voters.
They're coming out in large numbers.
Bihar is still more than 2%, 3% what it was in 2014.
And one more thing, more women are coming out than men.
Yes.
Turnout.
Yes. In one of the constituencies, it was a difference between of about 8 to 10% more women voters.
8 to 10%.
It's like 15% in some of the constituencies like Supal and Madhepura.
Fantastic.
One of the reason is migration also, but apart from migration,
women participation.
The women participation because of panchayat elections.
Right.
And this SHG movement in Bihar, because we have constituted more than 8 lakh of SHG groups. It means 80 lakh women folk, they are part of SHG movement.
Right.
So this time I've seen that women raising slogans, they are waving hands, which was not last time. So it was not because of BJP or JD or Congress. Because of the awareness amongst the women, they are smiling, they are waving hands, they are shaking hands. They are
big change in India. Yes. I want to ask you, this election, I've covered many elections. You are a bacha compared to me, but I have never seen so much anger. You are a mild person, but in the speeches of both sides, I'm not saying any, but anger, hatred, negativity. How you must not like that. You're not that sort of personality.
No, see, I can say one thing, that 2019 is a much bigger wave than 2014. I've seen 14 also. And I'm traveling in 2019 also.
Why the anger?
I don't find any anger. I don't know, it is only in the media, but I don't find any anger.
Anger in the speeches. Anger in the
speeches, because the kind of issues they are raising. So that is not very important. See, this is the first election in which price rise is not an issue. This is the first election, especially in Bihar. Sadak, bijli, pani is not an issue. कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सड़क बिजली पानी डेवलपमेंट के बारे में आरजेडी कांग्रेस ने एक लाइन नहीं कहा. एस्पेशली इन बिहार दे आर ओनली रेजिंग 5 इश्यूज इन बिहार. आरक्षण को ख़त्म कर देंगे, संविधान खतरे में है, लालू जी को फंसा दिया, लालू जी को हम छुड़ाएंगे. ऑल दिस टाइप 4-5 विजय मल्ल्या को उन्होंने भगा दिया. यू गो एंड हियर द स्पीच ऑफ तेजस्वी यादव एंड अदर महागठबंधन लीडर्स. इन 5 मुद्दों के अलावा बिकॉज डेवलपमेंट पर वो क्या बोलेंगे. उनका जो हिस्ट्री है 15 साल की बिहार में, दे रूल बिहार फॉर 15 years. There is not a single achievement which they can tell to the people. And see, the biggest issue in this Bihar is, number 1 is the air strike, and number 2 is the
air strike.
Yes, it is the biggest clapping we get when we mention about the air strike. And number 2 regarding electricity in the villages, because now 22 hours of power is there in the villages. ये 2 ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिस पर, और आप बालाकोट के नाम का जैसे जिक्र करेंगे, इतनी तालियां बजती हैं. एंड आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द अर्बन एरिया, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द विलेजेस वेयर पीपल आर नॉट वेरी एजुकेटेड, दे आर नॉट वेरी लिटरेट. लेकिन वो जिस तरह से बालाकोट पाकिस्तान और नरेंद्र मोदी ने जिस प्रकार से और एयर स्ट्राइक और बाकी किया है, उसको वो बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा बिहार के अंदर। तो मैं बाकी आई डोंट नो,
Balakot is not going to change the lives of people. We talk to not just leaders, to ordinary people. One thing they say, price rise is not, they don't mention it thoda sa, but berozgari is a big issue.
See, berozgari is not an issue in Bihar, at least I say, because when we are spending 2 lakh of crore, our state budget to 2 lakh crore, अगर हर गांव में बिजली गई है तो आखिर जॉब तो क्रिएट हुआ है, आखिर गांव-गांव में बिजली पहुंच गई, एग्रीकल्चर फीडर दिसंबर तक चला जाएगा, सड़कें बन रही हैं, डेवलपमेंट का इतना काम कर रहा है, तो आखिर में अगर जॉब नहीं किया, हजारों इंजीनियर्स को हम लोगों ने जॉब दिया है बिहार में, बीपीएससी, सबऑर्डिनेट कमीशन, इतने जॉब्स जो हैं, बट दे सी द जॉब इज अनएंडिंग इशू। आप कितने भी लोगों को जॉब दे देंगे तो भी हमेशा जॉब विल बी एन इशू, बट इन दिस इलेक्शन
more important for people than Balakot.
See, may be important
for their lives.
लेकिन देश बचेगा तब तो रोजगार का होगा।
बट
देश बचने का खतरनाक नहीं, हमारे देश खतरनाक में नहीं है।
लोगों के घर में शौचालय बना है,
जी हाँ,
दिस इज अ बिग इशू। तो ये अगर बेरोजगारी की बात करें तो लोगों के घर में शौचालय बना है, गैस कनेक्शन पहुंचा है, सड़कें पहुंच रही हैं, लोगों का बैंक अकाउंट खुला है, एंड नाउ पीपल डोंट हैव टू अपने लाइन में नहीं लगना पड़ता फॉर टेकिंग डिलीवरी ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी बेनिफिट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, एवरीथिंग इज ऑनलाइन, सो द करप्शन इज गॉन डाउन एट द लोअर लेवल। अब हर चीज़, चाहे आपको डीजल अनुदान लेना हो, कोई भी सब्सिडी लेना हो, यू डोंट हैव टू गो टू द ब्लॉक ऑफिस, you go online and the fund is being transferred directly into the bank account, so there is no middleman, there is no bicholia, there is a no, तो काफ़ी हद तक जो।
सर, आई हैव 2 क्वेश्चंस। फर्स्ट इज दैट जब लास्ट इलेक्शन हुआ था 2014 का, प्रधानमंत्री जहाँ जहाँ गए थे उन्होंने बहुत सारे वादे किए थे, जैसे मोतिहारी में बोला कि अगली बार आएंगे तो यहीं के चीनी मिल का हम चाय पियेंगे जो चीनी प्रोड्यूस होगा। दरभंगा गए, मधुबनी गए, तो वो सब प्रोमिसेस का क्या हुआ?
कोई इशू नहीं है। जहाँ मोतिहारी चीनी मिल वहाँ 2 लाख से जीतेंगे। देखिए, मोतिहारी चीनी मिल को कोई सरकार ने बहुत प्रयास किया, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट तो नहीं चलाएगी। हम लोगों ने उसको कि कोई प्राइवेट पार्टी आए उसको चलाए, जो अभी का ओनर चलाए, बट ये रिफ्यूज़, तो सरकार तो नहीं चलाएगी।
सर, दूसरा मेरा सवाल है, सर
एक मिनट, लोग भी इस बात को समझते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट तो चला नहीं सकती है। तो जब नरेंद्र मोदी ने प्रॉमिस किया तो हम लोगों ने पिछले 4 साल बहुत प्रयास किया कि चीनी मिलों को रिवाइव कर सके, बट नोबडी वर इंटरेस्टेड इन कमिंग टू बिहार टू रिवाइव दोज मिल्स, एंड द गवर्नमेंट कांट रिवाइव। इट इज़ नॉट द ड्यूटी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट टू रन द शुगर मिल्स। तो इसीलिए तो लोग कन्विंस्ड है। और देखिए, आई डोंट नो अबाउट द इंटायर कंट्री, इन बिहार देर इज़ नो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी अगेंस्ट द, एंड आई कैन से कि बिहार के अंदर एंड सी देर इज़ अ difference of 10% vote share of NDA and UP in Bihar. In 2014, there were 37% vote share of NDA. And
but on that issue,
28,
on that issue, I wanted to ask you. You said you've never seen a wave. It's more than 2014.
Yes.
But if you're so confident, why did you have to ally? Why didn't you go on your own?
No, because भी मिलकर किए तब ना और ज़्यादा बना है।
मतलब confidence seems a lack of confidence.
No. See, BJP is a natural alliance with JDU. JDU is our natural alliance partner. And when they showed their interest and we also showed interest, so now there is no dichotomy.
But they're saying both lack confidence.
तो मालूम पड़ जाएगा 23 तारीख को। सर, मैंने कहा कि जब नीतीश कुमार नहीं थे, then we won 31 लोकसभा seats. And now 31 out of 40. And 2009, when Ramvilas ji was not there, only BJP and JDU, when Narendra Modi was not there, we won 32 Lok Sabha seats in Bihar. And there is a difference of 10% vote share in 9 also and 14 also. And if you add vote share of Nitish Kumar, though it was 16%, but if you add only 5% or 7%, then also it is a gap of more than 13 to 14% of vote share in Bihar. So if it is a hardly 1 or 2% of vote share difference, तो कितनी सीटें जीत जाते हैं। और बिहार में तो, और बिहार में उनके फेवर में क्या है, बिहार में जो महागठबंधन है, एक भी चीज़ बता दीजिए दैट इज़ वर्किंग इन देयर फेवर। उनका अलायंस पूरा ही बिखर गया। They are fighting against each other. They are trying to defeat their own alliance partners. अभी तक तेजस्वी यादव 5 राहुल गांधी की मीटिंग में से पहले 1 मीटिंग के अंदर गए हैं और यहाँ एनडीए मिलजुल कर चुनाव लड़ रही है हर जगह जिस तरह से हम लोग चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं बिहार के।
Sir, there is a big traffic jam here.
It is a walkover. It will be a walkover for BJP, JDU or Amilas alliance in Bihar, and I can say with confidence that it is a much bigger wave because in 2014 they have only heard the name of Narendra Modi, but in the last 5 years they have seen Narendra Modi as a performer, as a doer.
You say Nitish is your natural ally.
Yes.
But he has totally different views from you, totally different ideology.
So
how can you say natural? Is it just arithmetic?
No, in governance you don't require any ideology.
Achha.
What is the ideology in building roads, in providing electricity?
But in dividing the society along caste lines, along religious lines.
ये तो आज कांग्रेस के लोग करे सिद्धू ने आकर बिहार में
I'm not saying.
No.
But he has different ideology. How is it natural ally?
Natural इसलिए कि governance में he's a honest, he's a visionary, and he's a hard working.
He doesn't stand up in this Vande Mataram.
No, तो मैं भी नहीं खड़ा हुआ कई बार.
You don't believe?
कई बार नहीं.
Why?
नहीं. मैं believe की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. पार्लियामेंट में
believe की बात है.
पार्लियामेंट में वंदे मातरम होता है कि नहीं होता है? पार्लियामेंट का कंक्लूडिंग सेशन जब वंदे मातरम होता है तो what the MIM do at that time? What Nitish is doing at that time? आखिर
up to you. But I'm saying, why don't you stand up?
No. कई बार हम लोग भी नहीं खड़े हो पाते.
क्यों?
नहीं. Not
because you are a milder man.
Not because of anything else.
You have no hatred in you.
Not because of anything else.
थोड़ा hatred की बात है ना. इस इलेक्शन में.
What's harm in raising वंदे मातरम?
No. I'm just saying hatred in this election.
No. और अगर वो खड़े हुए कि is it an issue? This is a non-issue.
Should be thrust. Do you
this
think
is not an issue.
Nobody needs to stand up.
Only NDTV made it an issue. No. In Bihar it is not an issue. Nobody knows also.
But sir, do you think it should be thrust upon anyone? Do you think?
No. Nobody is thrusting anything. अगर वंदे मातरम पार्लियामेंट में होता है कि मुझे जवाब दे दीजिए आप. अगर पार्लियामेंट के कंक्लूडिंग सेशन में वंदे मातरम होता है तो चाहे वो मुस्लिम लीग हो चाहे MIM हो या जनता दल हो, each and everybody stand and they pay their respect to वंदे मातरम. इसलिए वंदे मातरम को हाँ किसी को आप फोर्स नहीं कर सकते. आई एम नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ forcing anybody to raise वंदे मातरम.
No saying if you don't, I will do something. That you're not. I know you're not.
I'm not in favor of that.
You are like Nitish, not the.
You see, while running a government, ideology plays a very negligible role, and we both understand the sensitivity of each other, the sensitivity of JDU, and he also understands the sensitivity of BJP. So we respect each other's sentiments.
It's not just opportunism and arithmetic. No ideology, no commonality, but just arithmetic.
He's an honest. I think this is the biggest ideology. And what is the ideology of Congress? He's working for Bihar. He is the transformed Bihar. So that is the biggest ideology. And gone are the days when CPM, CPI was there, Marxists were there. We used to debate in the schools and colleges. Now where is the ideology? Only if you are an honest man, working sincerely, you are not corrupt. I think that is the biggest ideology.
Sir, one of the last question is that do you think that BJP can't do without Nitish Kumar in Bihar?
देखिए दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ मिलकर और काम कर रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि उनके बिना और मेरे बिना का सवाल नहीं है. हम लोग को लगता है कि दोनों तीनों मिलकर काम करेंगे तो ज़्यादा बेहतर काम कर सकते हैं.
One last question about
2015 के असेंबली इलेक्शन में हम लोगों ने देखा कि बीजेपी लड़ी चुनाव तो हमको उतनी सफलता नहीं मिली. इसलिए हम लोग को भी लगा we need another partners.
How many decades will you have prohibition carrying on?
Till I am alive and Nitish Kumar is alive, there will be prohibition. And those who don't want to give vote, we don't care, vote for those people who are against prohibition. And if anybody dare to remove prohibition in Bihar, he'll be wiped out from politics of Bihar.
That's what the rest of the world has said, and the prohibition has been banned.
Of the world, but I know Bihar because the Bihari society, because it is not like Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, or the southern states. Bihar was never a state in which drinking and other things were common. It was not there in Bihar. And still, if anybody coming and taking liquor in family, It was never entertained in Bihar, apart from some elite and some other.
Like you said, don't force a person to stand up. Why do you force him not to drink? Let him decide in this individually.
No,
These are adults.
No, देखिए मैं तो इस मत का भी हूँ कि स्मोकिंग पर भी बैन लगना चाहिए।
बैन लगना चाहिए।
लेकिन मैं इस व्यक्तिगत भले मैं इन्फोर्स कर पाऊँ कि ना कर पाऊँ, स्मोकिंग पर भी बैन होना चाहिए। It is injurious to health, and so it was affecting more to the poor people, not the elite and the big people, because they know how much to drink and how much not to drink. But it was the poor people. They were consuming liquor like anything. They were domestic violence. They were beating their wives, their children, and wasting their money on liquor.
In the last elections, I mean, one thing about the BJP, they know how to negotiate. Last elections, you got 22 seats BJP. This time, you're contesting only 17. You've dropped 5. That is negotiations.
Because we saw in the assembly elections, we could not get that result what we had thought.
Yes.
So it was very natural when we fought 150 seats on our own, and we secured only 53 or 54 seats.
Correct.
We also realized that we also require a partner, and because Nitish Kumar, and so there were such circumstances, he was also ready to come to join hands with BJP.
But he has said in the past so many negative things about Mr. Modi. He's been so negative about BJP, communalism. How have you?
उसका जवाब वही दे सकते हैं. I can't reply.
That's true.
Thank you very much.
Okay, God bless you. Good luck.